Did you hear Jeff, though, at the beginning, that he had to drive through the mysterious fog on his way home?
Yeah, what is this fog?
And now he's sick. Now Jeff's sick.
You're sick.
Now I'm sick.
So attributing it to this fog. It showed up in like 41 states. It's all over the world. Some people say that they get sick immediately. They start puking. They can't breathe.
Yeah.
And some people are saying that it's smart dust.
What's smart dust?
We're Generation X, laughing at the world today. We're getting older, but we're still gonna play all day. Radio Labyrinth, our minds are a maze, navigating through the chaos of these modern days. Lost in the radio.
Hi everybody, welcome to Radio Labyrinth.
We should probably say that this is the first episode of our 10th season doing this.
How long has it been? 300-400 years?
No, 10.
Has it really been 10 years?
10 years?
Yes, 10 years.
10 years.
10 years. Yeah.
That was a fast 10 years.
Yeah, and the world's so much better now.
The world is better now, yes.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Well, we survived a Trump presidency, and we survived a Biden, so far, presidency, and now we're going into a second Trump presidency. So we'll see how that goes, but we won't dwell on it.
You think he's being sarcastic?
We all probably had good holidays. I know I did. I hope you all did.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was great.
Jeff's football team blew their chance to get a first-round draft pick by accidentally beating the Colts.
And the Nobody Cares Bowl.
And Stephanie's team just kicked the living of the 49ers. That was fun.
Not really. Not really.
They kind of spanked him at the end. But in the interim, since our last episode, we've lost two colossal members of our 70s lives, upbringing. One of those people managed to stay in the news every day until his death, and that would be former President Jimmy Carter, James Earl Carter from Plains, Georgia, who I never had the chance to meet, but I do have an autographed picture of. So
I thought you saw him in person one time.
No, I did a PSA campaign for the Carter Foundation or something in the early 2000s when I was at 96 Rock, and I said, do you think I can get an autographed picture? So they sent me an autographed picture of him that said, "Dear Tim, thank you, Jimmy Carter." The picture didn't.
We did a lot of work at my job for Carter Center. I was wondering if we'd see Jimmy standing in front of some of the stuff we made for him.
Here's a sign that I personally approved, and I did all the artwork that I have Jeff Lieboff do. Carter's, I guess, the first president that, I mean, I knew who Nixon was and I knew who Ford was, but only in passing. Like, I didn't really know. The first presidential election that's in my memory is the 76 election. We're in first grade.
Carter's first president to make it to 100.
That's true. What, Steph?
I was just going to say that until he died, I thought that Jimmy Carter Says Yes song, I thought that was a regular guy's original.
Oh, the old radio show? The old
I didn't know that was from his campaign. I thought you guys made that freaking song up because you used to play it all the time.
Jimmy Carter Says Yes. Oh, that, what was it? What was that song? It was a campaign song. Some dude, right?
Jimmy Carter sang that Where My Do-Rag At song, too.
Yeah, he did.
We got this new move. It's called the Martyr Bus. Presidential, infamous.
Bet you ride the Martyr Bus. Bet you ride Martyr Bus. You do not ride with me. Bet you ride the Martyr Bus. Just when you're coming alive, when you're becoming aware, I look at my son, he's 3.5 now, and he has conversations, and he's aware of things, and he remembers things. But I don't recall a lot from that, clips and things maybe that happened to you when you're 3.5, 4, 5. But to really remember something at 6 years old for me, I guess Jeff probably would have been 7. But Steph and Dustin, you guys probably don't remember that 76 election very well.
No. I was 3.
I don't remember it very well, but I remember my family really liking Carter. So when I think of presidents, I think of him first.
It was such a weird thing for the country. It was the first, I think he is the first president from the South, right? Since Reconstruction.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people were concerned. You look back now and you think Jimmy Carter, but a Democrat, they were all worried that the Confederacy was going to start up again. And there's this great SNL sketch where right after Carter wins, here's what we're going to do. And he pulls this map down. He goes, the South is going to rise again. And he's like acting like a Confederate general. The first big impression that everybody knew was Dan Aykroyd's, which was weird because he had a mustache.
Yeah.
So he would do Carter with that mustache. There's that classic scene where the guy calls in and he's tripping on acid.
Peter, what did the acid look like?
They were these little orange pills.
Okay, right. You did some orange sunshine, Peter. You're very high right now. You'll probably be that way for about 5 more hours. Try taking some vitamin B complex. If you have a beer, go ahead and drink it. Relax. Stay inside and listen to some music, okay? Do you have any Allman Brothers?
Didn't Jimmy try? Wasn't he going to try and get most drugs legalized?
That was something he talked about. Well, Willie Nelson smoked weed on the roof of the White House. That's always a legend from back then.
What was the connection with, was it Billy Beer?
Yeah.
His brother. We had a can of that in my fridge for my entire life.
Yeah. My grandparents had it, a 6-pack of it in the refrigerator in the basement. You weren't allowed to touch it. That, and then they had J.R. Ewing beer.
Oh, I wonder what that tasted like. God, I'd love to have an ice-cold JR.
Yeah.
Right now.
I bet it would be delicious. Yeah, I watched the guy drink what did he drink? It was a Stroh's or something. It was on TikTok, or this guy just drinks old beer. But it was an old rusty can of beer, and he pulled the top off, poured it in a glass, and chugged it. Ugh. It's a 50-year-old can of beer. He said it tasted good. I doubt it.
To a guy that would drink stuff like that, it probably did taste good.
And Billy Carter got involved in some sort of scam with the Libyans. He was just sort of like an oaf that they made him out to be like a dope. And they sort of tried to do that again with Roger Clinton. They made him try to be like a Billy Carter.
Yeah, Roger Clinton smoked crack at the White House.
He was nuts, that guy. But I fondly remember that. There was a sitcom that came out called Carter Country, which I believe took place in Georgia, but I'm not sure. But it was based on, Jimmy Carter being from here. And then, of course, Benson was set in Georgia. That was another 70s thing, even though Benson came from soap. He was a butler on soap. So, yeah, and then another icon from the 70s passed away. And this one was weird because I follow this actress on Instagram, and she posts a lot. The reason I've always liked this actress is because my mom and I watched the show Alice, and it was just one of those sitcoms that you watched. And she was talking about being on TV and going places with her husband or whatever. And then she just died, 87 years old. Linda Lavin, Alice from, the TV show Alice. Early to rise, early to bed, and in between I cooked and cleaned. There are 2 different theme songs to that show.
She likes the ba-da-ba-ba-ba one.
Yeah, the second one.
There's a new girl in town, and she's feeling good.
Well, at least she's with Tommy again.
Yeah, that's true. Tommy, which was Nancy McKeon's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that guy died of. And she's with Vic Tayback and Polly Holiday and the lady that played Vera.
So basically all of Alice is dead now.
Yeah.
The whole diner's dead.
The original cast? Yeah, I would think so. Dave Madden, who was on every sitcom.
I picture them in like some sort of a Beetlejuice situation, like they're in a diner forever.
The guy that works for the phone company is ordering bowls of hot water so he can squirt ketchup in it and make tomato soup, and Mel's getting pissed off.
Exactly.
Dingy, pick up. Kiss my grits, Melvin J. Sharples. That was his name, Melvin Sharples.
I remember the Sharples.
Mm-hmm. Dingy. That was a cool show. Then she get started. Her first sitcom was Barney Miller.
Yeah.
She was a cop, I think, on the first season of Barney Miller. What else was she in that? I don't really remember her from anything else other than that one episode of The Sopranos where she played a psychiatrist who talked Meadow into leaving the country after Jackie Jr. was killed. What was her name? Dr. Kobler. She was an associate of Tony, psychiatrist. I'm like, oh my God, it's Linda Lavin. So, rest in peace, former President Jimmy Carter, who, by the way, did so much more after he was president than he did when he was president, and did so many good things for so many people over the years. We all live right here in Georgia, which is the heart of Carter country. And I can tell you this, for the last 4 years, news stations have had all their obituaries ready. The only thing that bothered me about it, I was watching some guy on ABC talk about, well, Jimmy Carter, to help fight climate change, put solar panels on the roof. And even I knew that was bullshit. That's not why they put them on there. We had an energy crisis. And that's what they were doing, those little PR stunts for the energy. Conserve energy, conserve energy. It had nothing to do with, the rivers. I don't know. Anyway, and rest in peace, Alice.
Can I ask President Trump, who does he think blew up the Cybertruck in front of his hotel today?
What happened? I'm not aware. I don't pay attention to the news.
Somebody pulled up to the front of the Trump hotel in Vegas and in a Cybertruck, and it exploded. Killed the person inside and injured like 7 people. They're investigating it now to see if it was a terrorist attack, could possibly be related to what happened in New Orleans.
So the only person who died is the person in the Cybertruck?
Yeah.
That's breaking news. By the time this comes out, they'll have all of it figured out. 1 killed after Tesla Cybertruck catches fire and explodes. Well, I really don't know. I don't drive that piece of crap.
But it is kind of weird that Musk's truck blew up in front of Trump's hotel.
Yes.
A little strange.
Yeah, Elon heard that he can't be president because he wasn't born here comment, and he was like, yeah, I'll show him.
But nothing in the Constitution tells you that you can't own the presidency. So that's pretty much what I've done. We're going to replace you with a bunch of people from India. That's what everybody's fighting about, right? I have seen that. Like, a lot of people in MAG are like, what? You're going to bring Indians in here? That weren't part of the deal.
Well, yeah, if you guys were smart enough to handle the jobs, maybe I wouldn't have to. That was his comment.
Yep. You stupid, all you Americans who, went to college and are in debt. Sorry.
Did you hear Jeff, though, at the beginning, that he had to drive through the mysterious fog on his way home?
Yeah, what is this fog?
And now he's sick. Now Jeff's sick.
You're sick?
No, I'm sick.
How sick?
I can't breathe through my nose at all. I'm coughing.
Yeah, a lot of people have been having that.
Well, they're attributing it to this fog. This fog
it was really foggy in Nebraska.
It showed up in like 41 states. It's all over the world. You've got videos from England, from all of these places where they show this fog rolling in. And then there's pictures of this sparkly crap that's in the fog. Some people say that they get sick immediately. They start puking. They can't breathe.
Yeah.
And some people are saying that it's smart dust.
What's smart dust? Something Elon created?
It's something that the government created years ago, like back in the 90s, I think. And supposedly they keep beefing it up. And it's supposed to be sensing things in the air.
It says here, smart dust refers to a kind of miniaturized and often invisible wireless devices with sensors, cameras, and communication systems that transmit data, collect it back to a base, and then process it. So the dust is collecting all of our shit and sending it back to somebody? Smart dust?
Yes, and they're saying that this is the only way that they can control this drone situation, that they have deployed this giant fog of smart dust to try and figure out what is going on with these drones.
Oh, get out of here.
And the other theory I heard was in the Gulf of Mexico, a year ago, they had those underwater fires that were happening and they couldn't explain it. Supposedly there's 2 large fires like that happening now, and it's just emitting stuff into the atmosphere.
In the Gulf?
Yes, Gulf of Mexico.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm sure they'll tell us whatever it is. It could it could just be fog.
You think he's being sarcastic?
Yes.
It could be, but the fact that people are saying, a lot of people say that they smell something in it and then it makes them sick. And some people are saying that it's they're calling it fogvid.
Fogvid?
Because if you go through it, if it gets around you, you get COVID-like symptoms.
Really? Mm-hmm. Huh. Well, I didn't get that. I did have a nice bout of the norovirus. You ever had that?
The one that's going around?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had it a couple days before Christmas. It was nice. And then they went out of town, and I'm like, oh, God, I can't even eat anything. I went 2.5 days without eating anything, and then after I dropped them off at the airport to go to Boston, I stopped at this place in Tucker called Nicky's Undefeated. Got me a big old cheesesteak, and I said, fuck you, stomach. They're not quite Fred's, I think Fred's Meats is the best, but I would put them in that conversation up there with Woody's. Woody's is good, but they're like a distant third compared to Nicky's Undefeated and, of course, Fred's Meats, which is at Krug's station.
And we're getting a Portello's, which is nice.
What's a Portello's?
It's a hot dog joint.
It's a Chicago, but they do hot dogs, yes, but they're most famous for those dip beef, Italian beef sandwiches. Yeah.
Now you guys got me all paranoid. I don't care about hot dog places. I want to know what's in the fog.
Yeah, whatever it is, it made me sick.
Yeah?
Yep.
It's funny, though. Jeff was not sick until he drove through that fog.
Yep. Well, we had fog in Atlanta, and I didn't get sick.
But you're always sick, so.
I hope the Vikings wipe the floor with them in the playoffs.
Shut your mouth.
Just kidding.
You take that back.
I take it back. New Year's Eve was a blast. I sat out in the carport and listened to all the explosives going off at midnight last night. I recorded it. But all I cared about is that it didn't wake up the little boy, and it did not wake up the little boy. So that was good.
I didn't even watch the ball drop or anything. I just stayed up till midnight to do Wordle and then went to bed.
I can't wait. The new Wordle's coming up. Doesn't it come out at 10?
No, it comes out at midnight.
Okay. What, Steph?
I was going to go to Bourbon Street, but I'm so glad that I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Jeez. Was that a Cybertruck also, or was it just some piece of shit?
No, it was a regular.
It was a Ford F-150.
Yeah, it was electric, though. It was an electric truck that the dude rented from Turo. You know that new thing where you can rent out your own vehicle?
Right.
Car B&B. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll put that away. They killed 10 people. And then after the guy killed 10 people, that it became social media devolved into what it usually does. Don't talk about terror, blah, 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 blah. So I just said, okay, well, I feel bad for the victims. They did have to postpone the
Sugar Bowl.
But by the time this episode is out, either it'll be Georgia or who are they playing? Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
there was a bunch of IEDs though that they found all over Bourbon Street.
Well,
and there's video showing 3 men and a woman who were planting them. So dude was not acting alone. And the guy, if you watch the video of the guy, like he was a real estate agent in Texas. Yes, he is of a Middle Eastern descent, but he was born and raised in Texas. He sounds like a Texan when he's doing his real estate videos.
He's a veteran too, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. U.S. Army.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wonder what they put in his food to make him do this.
Well, and there was an ISIS flag on the back of the truck.
That's that fog. Made him crazy.
That's right.
Could be the fog.
It either makes you sick or turns you into an ISIS member.
Damn, this fog. It's like the mist.
I tell you what's happening is that they're all just looking for the gold that Hal Holbrook took.
What gold?
You remember the fog?
Oh, God, no, I don't remember the fog. I remember the movie, but I don't remember that part of it, like the plot.
You remember Adrian Barbeau's part, probably, and that's it.
That I do remember.
The DJ? Yeah.
Adrian Barbeau. Golly, what a looker that woman was. Mm-hmm. My favorite thing that I saw this morning when I got up was Whitney Cummings completely trashing the Democrats and Kamala Harris while they just stared at her.
That was pretty good. That was pretty hardcore.
They all took a step to the left.
Yeah. They let her just roast herself, actually. And then they were talking to, how do you say it? Diplo, whoever the fuck.
Diplo,
yeah. When was the last time you were on acid? He's like, I'm tripping right now. But those things don't matter anymore, do they? I mean, I look back and I think, I'm going to watch this Dick Clark special that I watched with my mom. And I always thought Dick Clark was cool, and the live part was cool. But then they'd cut to, now we're going to go out to Los Angeles, where John Schneider and Charlene Tilton are hosting the New Year's Eve party. They recorded that in like August, and they have like crappy bands. Here's the Knack. But that was fun to stay up for. But I got a little bit older, and then New Year's Eve was all about HBO running those Rodney Dangerfield comedy specials back to back all night long. That's what I liked.
Did you watch the Roast of 2024 on Netflix?
No, was that good?
No, it wasn't great, but it was worth it to see Tim Dillon play the United Healthcare CEO back from the grave.
Now, I saw a clip of that. I didn't know what it was from.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It was ruthless, but it was very funny. Even Jeff, who, hates his guts, found it. It was funny. Can't deny it.
Jeff hates Tim Dillon when he says he hates Tim Dillon more than he hates Donald Trump. That's some hate. Well, anyway, hope everything is great for your 2025 and that you don't have fog turning you into someone with fog vid or a terrorist, and that you don't end up in purgatory stranded eating Mel's chili for the rest of your days before you go to heaven. Anyway, let's do some news and shit.
It's time for news, trailers, and trends with Steph.
Who is Adrian Dittman? Do you guys know?
Isn't that Elon Musk's alter ego on X? Does he have
Ron Mexico?
Ron Mexico.
That's what he's denying. But many people are convinced that this person, Adrian Dittman on X, who is forever complimenting and backing up anything Elon Musk says, is Elon Musk.
No. So he's just a good friend of mine, and I made him, I gave him, a blue check mark. Because he's so cool, and he's really supporting the H-1B visa in the United States. He knows that Americans are stupid, and he loves me, and Donald Trump, and all my rockets and things. Yes.
So you are not Adrian Dittman.
No. I don't even know who Yo Adrian. I don't know. In fact, maybe he's the one who banned Laura Loomer and took away her checkmark. Mm-hmm. Yes, Laura Loomer. Yes, and these are conspiracy theories. And if you say that I'm him on X, I'll ban you. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's real reasonable of you.
And don't criticize me or Vivek, because you will be replaced. Ha ha ha. No refunds, MAGA dopes.
Your trucks are just blowing up in front of hotels all over the country.
They're designed to do that. The Cybertruck is designed to blow up in front of hotels, especially if they're owned by the president. Mm-hmm. The Bill Clinton Motor Inn Arkansas. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've never stayed at the Clinton Motor Inn. What's so special about it?
The beds vibrate. There's porno on the TV 24/7. You don't have to pay. And if you have enough money, a Little Rock 5 will come to your room and blow you.
Oh, nice. Is there a dress with a stain on it in every room?
No, but you get a dress to wipe yourself with, wipe juices and things. Also, if you stay at every Obama-owned hotel has a little creek out back where if you're the chef, you can mysteriously drown there.
Anyway, are you guys fans of the John Wick franchise?
I haven't seen the last one, but I want to. I don't think it's out on streaming yet.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, I like them.
Well, they recently asked Keanu if he would be willing to make John Wick 5, and he said that he would, but his knees, which are like almost 60, are saying otherwise.
No, my knees, bro. Can't they just have someone else play?
Yeah, stunt man.
Yeah, stunt knees.
Well, I was thinking, they could put him in the Overwatcher's role or whatever, like the hotel role since dude died that we love.
Lance Reddick is who you're talking about.
Yes. So I was thinking maybe they could put him in that role and just make that more of something. I don't know.
John Wick graduates to working at the hotel. The greatest killer in the world is now a concierge at the hotel.
Well, they have to, you got to scale it back at some point, right? Everybody has to move into a retirement phase, but he is going to be in that, the Chick Wick that comes out next year. Ballerina.
Yeah. Chick Wick.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is she? Like his daughter or something?
I don't know. She's another one that's in she's in that universe of assassins. It's the chick, the little, what is she, Portuguese or whatever she is? Spanish.
Ana de Armas?
That's her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's playing the ballerina, which she is very good as far as an action star goes. So it'll probably be decent, I would imagine. Brutal.
I gotta go back. I gotta go back and watch all of them again. I forgot Willem Dafoe's in the first one.
Yeah, man. Oh, God. What is it? The second one where him and Common, they have that fight that goes on for about 15 minutes?
Yeah, it looks like the fight from They Live. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like from the subway to the this to that.
And they're shutting off porn for Florida.
Yeah.
They're not shutting it off. You just have to show ID. That's the thing that bugs me. They're not show ID.
The law that you're referencing is that kids under 14 are banned from social media in Florida?
No, Pornhub's illegal in Florida now.
Yeah, Pornhub just got banned because they have that I'm above 18 yes or no click as opposed to having to prove that you're above 18 or not.
Right.
Oh, I got you. Well, how are they supposed to do that? You're supposed to show them your license? Give me your driver's license?
No, you're supposed to sign up for a VPN, which you do have to prove ID for. And then once you have a VPN, you can change it to where you're not in Florida and see it. But that way, at least 18 or younger can't, supposedly do that.
Yeah. Well, one of the biggest things is this Ticketing Fairness Act. I don't know if you guys remember that Taylor Swift debacle last year.
Yeah.
With them trying to secure tickets, how crazy that was. So this new law, Minnesota is the latest state to increase transparency when purchasing tickets. So it's a law that bans deceptive advertising and speculative pricing.
Mm-hmm.
And also it bans bot services from buying tickets to drive up costs.
Okay.
So
no, this was only for that state though, right?
They're the latest one. There are other states that are
well, I thought that what got shut down that was in the government to stay open bill that got shut down before it got reinstated, it was there nationwide.
Oh.
And it was supposed to be nationwide for everyone to get that transparency.
Well, I mean, the bill's sponsor is a Democratic state rep from Minnesota.
Yeah, they're going to pass it in Minnesota, but what Dustin's saying, sure, is that they want that nationwide, and I wish that they would pass this nationwide because it's bullshit. What happens is this Ticketmaster is already a beast and a monolith, so they work with StubHub, they have their own thing, they buy their own tickets, and then they resell them back at premium. This whole bullshit thing about premium is just so anybody who has enough money that whether they care about the artist or not can just buy tickets. I like the bands that say, no, you're not doing that. Or you could use this service. This is the way we're selling our tickets. You got to buy them here and no reselling. I love that. I think that's what they should do with all of them. It's just horse shit.
Well, maybe this will become the trend then. I would hope so.
Not heading into an era that would be friendly to regulation.
Oh, no shit. But
I think I should sell all the tickets, and the only way you can go to a Taylor Swift show is if you buy a Cybertruck that doesn't explode.
Good luck.
Every time I see those damn Cybertrucks on the road, I just could you just go back to the 1970 science fiction show that you came from?
Such a piece of crap. I saw one at Walmart, parked at Walmart, and the paint was like hanging off the side of it. It was blue. They'd painted it blue. And
it looks like the first thing I ever made in fucking metal shop. Where you learn how to fold.
It looks like those Pinewood Derby
boxes.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I painted my Pinewood Derby silver.
I mean, you can cut yourself on the edges of it.
Yeah.
Well, it's also dumb because it's like a DeLorean. I mean, it's not meant to be painted in the first place.
Yes. Right. Oh, I meant to take a picture, but I had a bunch of crap in my hands. But there was like a big piece of blue just hanging off the side, dragging the ground. So stupid. So beyond that, the Florida thing with the kids, they're looking at Australia to see how that shakes out for them because they did it for kids under 16. California, though, they toughen the penalties for these retail and drug crimes, especially these shoplifters, man, because it was where you just walk in and take stuff and leave. It's happening all the time. They don't stop you, nothing. And just like last week, I think there was some girl, she got busted and they took them all in for burglary or theft or whatever.
Yeah.
And they couldn't even believe it that this was happening to them. So I think a lot of people are happy that this is finally happening. And they made it a crime to break into a car even if it's unlocked. How was it not a crime? How was it not a crime before? If the car's unlocked, it wasn't a crime to get in your car.
No.
But officer, the door was unlocked. Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
I guess this is the same thing. If your house is unlocked, you're not breaking in if you just come into somebody's house. Did you guys see Monday Night Football? You didn't watch the game?
Oh, I watched some of it. Yeah.
Did you see our wonderful Lions kicker, Jake Bates, grinding on the ground.
Yeah, that was sexy as hell.
With his tongue out.
Yeah, I loved how that became a fun meme.
Oh my God, I feel like Troy Aikman and Joe Buck kind of got turned on by it because they kept going back to it. And Joe Buck was just like, what is he doing? I mean, oh my God.
They started tugging each other in the booth there. They cross hands and tug each other a little bit. Yeah, why don't you get down there and rub that a little bit for me? Yeah.
Well, Jake, I guess, had a little bit of a cramp or something. And that's an exercise that you do when you roll on a softball. I don't know why he stuck his tongue out. I'm not really sure what that was.
Felt good, baby. Felt good, yeah.
But it definitely loosened his leg up to keep shit going for us. So we're all glad that he humped and scrubbed the ground. Oh, my God. Are you going to watch this late night show with Jason Kelsey on ESPN?
No.
I mean, it's like a 5-episode run. It's going to start this weekend after the 18th, game of the season, and it's going to run for 5 weeks on ESPN at 1 a.m. And it's supposed to bring, just his take on things and his sassy sense of humor.
I think John Glazer maybe has something to do with it.
John Glazer's writing for it, so that might make it good.
Yeah, I've had an ass full of Kelseys. I don't need any more Kelseys.
He is in every commercial, though. Jason Kelsey is in every single commercial now.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's going on there. But, yeah, I mean, Jeff's point, the fact that Glazer's involved in it may be good. I don't know. I'm going to check it out. And
I am too.
The last thing is Gen V Season 2. They're making a surprise change. If you saw at the end of Season 1, Kate was more the villain, and Sam was actually kind of having a crisis of conscience for the things that they were doing, so Kate took his feelings away. Well, as they start Season 2, you're actually going to see that Kate has decided that maybe they were wrong, because we're playing off of what happened at the end of The Boys Season 4.
Right.
But now Sam is completely, let's kill them all. All the humans need to die. So we'll see how this shakes out, but it looks like it's going to be pretty good. I think I like the fact that they've nuanced her role.
When does that come out?
Yeah, 2025 sometime.
Before The Boys. There's other bad news. We're going to talk about this list that somebody posted this in here, so I want to talk about it now after the news. The postponement of the next Batman movie to 2026 or 27, actually, right? Sucks. What if I don't live that long? I will not be able to see it. And that means that there's going to be nothing between the Penguin and Batman. So we have, 2 years we have to wait now for more Batman?
Jesus.
But there is some movement on the Batman Beyond with Tim Burton and Michael Keaton. So that would be kind of cool if they were to go ahead and make that. It's all up to, what's his name? Who's producing all the DC stuff now? James Gunn?
James Gunn.
James Gunn has to give the okay on that, but that would be cool.
Yeah.
Because they have nothing for Batman right now, which sucks.
Yeah, I agree.
So let's talk about this list. So there's this article that came out, space.com wants your clicks. So, everybody knows that you go to space.com to talk about science fiction movies. And there's a list of upcoming science fiction movies in 2025 that we want to talk about. We'll go in order using their, Dustin will post a link here. You can go click it. We don't have to spend a lot of time on them. But they say that these are shows that we need to be excited for, and I just want to gauge if we're excited for any of these shows. So starting with Star Trek Section 31, which comes out on January 24th of this year. I don't know what that is, so therefore I'm not excited for it.
That's the one they gave to
Michelle Yeoh.
Michelle Yeoh, yeah, she's the lead in this one.
Mm-hmm. I don't know anything about it. What is she? Was she in an episode or something in this character? I don't know.
She was in Discovery.
Yeah. Speaking of which, they removed Discovery from canon. So that's interesting. In April, we can look forward to Mickey 17, which is about a guy in space who drinks 17 Mickey's wide mouth.
I saw a preview for it when I saw the Dylan movie. It looked pretty funny.
Yeah.
Bong Joon-ho, follow-up to Parasite. Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, it looks like
he gets cloned, and they just keep killing him.
It's kind of like Moon on a space station.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That one I think I will watch. Excited for. Here, we already talked about Superman that comes out in July. Obviously, I'm going to watch it. I love the DC universe more than I like the Marvel universe. Speaking of which, the Fantastic Four First Steps, which is all about the first steps that Ben Grimm, the Thing, takes as a rock monster without a cock.
The Thing. Is this dork made of orange rock like the rest of his body?
It'd be the worst thing. You're like the strongest dude, other than the Hulk. You're made out of rock, but you have a cock.
I think you ought to get him some help. He seems to be really hung up on superhero sex organs.
This is set in an alternate 1960s, so they can keep that vibe from the original Fantastic Four. Let's see. You got Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, and Eben Moss-Bacharach. And this comes from WandaVision director Matt Shakman, who's calling the shots. You guys excited for Fantastic Four First Steps?
Yeah.
I guess.
Me too. It's Galactus, so it's set in the 60s. It's one of those, I'll dig it until they start making the sequels. In November, you got Predator Badlands, which is, I guess it's on their planet. Is that what it's about, or no? Let's see.
It's another. They're kind of taking a page from the Prey. That came out, so it's going to be another point in history.
Okay,
that a predator shows up but it's going to be. I thought this one, the difference is going to be this is from the perspective of the predator this time.
Oh, cool. Nice. Ellie
I'll watch anything Predator based.
Yeah, I dig Predator. This one I'm sure no one's excited for. Next December, Avatar: Fire and Ash.
Keep cranking them out, Cameron.
Yep. Now we move to the TV portion of this. Star Wars Andor Season 2. I think I need to watch. I have plenty of time to get caught up, watch the first season. Everybody loves this show, so I have to make it a duty of mine to watch the first season.
Yeah,
it's been so long, I'm going to watch it again, too, because I don't even remember it, because it's been so long.
Yeah, that comes out in April. I have plenty of time, and then we can talk about it then. Doctor Who Season 2 comes out in early 2025. No thanks. Anyone else excited for that?
I've never watched one episode of Doctor Who, ever.
Jeff?
I like it. I like the Christmas special.
I want to bang that companion.
Ruby Sunday? Yeah, she's hot.
No, I don't know who it is. I
What's her name? Ruby Sunday.
A guy.
I want to bang.
No, the companion's a girl.
Yeah.
I want to bang the TARDIS.
Yeah, that's what I'd rather bang. Because I can make it extra small. All right, Alien Earth comes out this summer on Disney Plus and FX.
Yes, please.
Oh, yes, please.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited for that one.
Yep. 2 years before Alien. So there you go. Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3. Sometime this year on Paramount Plus. Pike, Spock, and company's adventures on the final frontier continue in the third season of Strange New Worlds. Probably watch that. Black Mirror Season 7.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. How it can get any stranger than reality, but I'm sure they'll do it.
Yeah, you don't even need. I mean, listen. Foundation Season 3. I've never seen any of that.
Foundation's really good. You should watch it.
Well, that's your space.com. What they normally talk about on space.com. Space exploration, the universe, and upcoming TV shows. Hey, if you're in Conyers and you're hungry, or if you're in any part of the area near Conyers, Georgia, which is right outside of Atlanta, Georgia, and you're hungry and you want some really good pizza or gyros, why not check out Atlanta Pizza and Gyro? They've proudly been serving the East Metro Atlanta area for over 40 years. They're a great place to be this winter, and Atlanta Pizza and Gyro is ready for the holiday season. Now, no need to break traffic laws and smuggle it in from Texas, you bandits. Stop by AP&G and get $3.50 Coors Banquet stubby bottles and more. They've got the best gyros, pizzas and hot subs, and Greek and Italian specialties around. Stop by Monday through Friday, 11 to 9 p.m., and on Saturday from noon to 9 p.m. They are closed on Sundays. Tuesday nights, they have team trivia from 7 to 8:30. Bring your smartest friends and test your trivia knowledge against the best Conyers has to offer. And if it's just like Dustin, for example, you have a good chance of winning.
I wash my hair with their house dressing.
Or you put one of those caps on so it really soaks into your scalp.
Exactly. And then whatever drips out in the night makes like a lovely little 2 a.m. snack.
By the way, their food truck is is on blocks until the end. No, for the winter. I'm sorry.
For the winter season?
Yeah. All right. Hey, do you have a commercial or residential construction printing need? Well, what are you waiting for? Contact LDI Repro Printing of Athens. They've been in Athens, Georgia since 2005 with fast turnaround and affordable prices. Call 706-316-9366 or email them at athens@ldiline.com.
Guys, are you reading the online comments?
Gotta read some of these comments.
I'm loving your guys' comments.
You're reading your own comments?
Yeah, they're really good. I worked hard on them.
The secret is don't read the comment cards.
We had such a good time talking to Corey Feldman, and we did a good job getting some numbers on that video. So we did get some responses, and so I'm going to read those right now. The Nostalgic Pod Blast says, nice. Merry Christmas. I thought it was nice. And also Corey did my radio show, and eventually that podcast will come out. I thought he was very cool on there too. Yesterday Dream said, fun to see adult Corey back in the 80s. What a personality. Yeah, the plot of that movie is, the movie takes place in the 80s, and he's this gamer. Let's see. Had to log in. You wanted comments? It's Cillian Murphy with a hard C. Killian Murphy. It's Irish. Love you guys. Mike D. Sorry, Mike. I knew I didn't say that shit right, says Monkey Sex 35. Joel says, Corey's got the good looks now of a game show host. Bill Cullen? David Goodman says, always watch the It's Always Sunny Christmas episode and always intentionally mispronounce the Christmas classic Melikaniki knockers to the groans of friends and family. Melikaliki Maka. Add to the list the McDonald's gift certificate commercial. My brother and I used to mimic Corey's faux excitement and then laugh when we would receive ours in the mail from Grandma. I had forgotten that was him. Great interview. What a cool dude. I look forward to meeting him at the urinal next to mine someday. I thought he was great. I don't know how you guys felt. That was funny, though. Katrina Fitch says, I know Steph pre-wedding. What is that about?
Yeah, we've been friends since I met her for the first time actually in 4th grade.
Wow. Did she just discover you here?
Well, no. I mean, we've talked on and off for over the years or whatever. But yeah, I saw her. We met in 4th grade, 4th or 5th grade. And then I left and went to West Virginia in 9th grade. And then I didn't see her again until I was like 19, 20. And I was working at a group home. And she ended up getting a job at that group home. And that was it. You know, we just did a bunch of drugs together, went to a bunch of concerts, and we had a great time.
Nice. Drugs are good.
You take drugs, Danny? Every day.
Good. Fuxie says, speaking of Busy Bee and Parker Posey, I just want to say that Best in Show is a much better movie than Spinal Tap. I will put, but just take a guess at how much I can bench press against It Goes to 11 any day. I kind of agree with him.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I'm torn on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, but I do really, really dig me some Best in Show.
Oh, it's one of the best movies ever.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the best movies, not mockumentary, take it out of any genre, just one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, and maybe Spinal Tap 2 will come out and completely destroy everything. Let's hope not. I always enjoyed, and Roby says, I always enjoyed A Mighty Wind, the best out of all.
Yeah, Mighty Wind is good, too.
Yeah, it was good.
It's hard to pinpoint one that's really the best out of all those. And so we got comments on last week's episode, which we didn't get a lot of views. I wonder why. You're not paying attention. We did a tribute to people who passed away. We talked about 2024. Maybe you don't want to remember any of that. Maybe we needed Corey back. Tina Dougherty said, thanks. You're welcome. Deeb said, good show, guys. Katrina says, it was a great show, especially the editing of the womp womp sounds on Steph. I'll be watching up here in Detroit.
Oh, thanks, Trina.
Brett, yes. Brett Perkins did a little Dio. There's no sign of the morning coming. There's no sign of the day. You've been left on your own like a radio in the dark. And then I got scolded. Mike D says, Diane Ladd, not Lane. Sorry to be pedantic, but Martha Kent would have been about 7 during Alice. Otherwise, great show as always. All right. Dustin put up a poll. Let's look at our poll results. Which guests should we have next year on the show? More 80s icons, more comedians, more filmmakers. You know what? All of the above came in at 78%. What is your favorite Corey Feldman movie? The Goonies, Stand By Me, The Lost Boys, or other? Well, The Goonies came in first at 45%, with Stand By Me at 43%. We'd love to have more guests on this year. I want to figure out more things to do, more things to be entertaining to y'all folks out there. Whatever you want, bring it on there. Let's take a break.
Views.
Or.
Snooze.
And we're back.
We are back. Let's do some views or snooze. The first views or snooze of 2025.
Yeah, before the end of the year, we had Beast Games, which I watched the first one. Was pretty good. Laid, which I haven't watched yet, and Kennedy Center Honors, which was really good. The Grateful Dead part, anyway.
That was really good. Oh, before you keep going, we haven't even talked about it at all. Did anybody watch all of Squid Game yet?
Yeah, I watched it all.
Dustin?
I've only watched the first episode.
It leaves a major it ends on a major cliffhanger.
Well, it was spoiled for me on X, so I'm pissed at Elon now. I don't have a no spoilers clause. I watched the first 4 episodes, and then I was just scrolling through, and I saw what happened, and I got really pissed, so now I don't need to watch it. But I'm not going to spoil it for you. But Steph, you don't watch it, right?
Mm-mm. No, I never finished the first season. It just was just too nerve-wracking for me.
Yeah.
It took him 10 years or 15 years to write the first one, and then a couple of years he spit this one out. So I wasn't expecting a lot.
Yeah,
it's still really good.
It is. It's just I'm very disappointed in what I read. But anyhow,
it just ends on a major cliffhanger and then leaves you hanging because who knows when the next season will be.
Right. Nah, you fuckers. All right, what do we got in views or snooze?
Kunk on Life, Kunk Lady from Netflix specials. Kunk on Earth, Diane Morgan's character.
Yeah.
She's doing a special on January 2nd.
They're going to be good?
Yeah, it's going to be hilarious, I'm sure.
Yeah, she's funny. She's kind of like a female Ollie G.
Yeah, Ellie G.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I liked her on Ricky Gervais show.
Yeah, so I'm going to view that. Doc, this is on Fox. Saw Molly Parker from Deadwood.
Yeah.
Looks pretty good. It's a network hospital drama. I'm probably going to use
Fox?
it. Fox, yeah. Starts on the 7th, I think.
Oh, I'm glad to see her getting some work after Colin Hanks killed her because she was the whore of Babylon. Go ahead.
That's a view from me. And
I
then,
might check that out.
Jerry Springer documentary on Netflix.
Definitely watching
Jerry Springer fights camera action.
For sure.
So with the documentary, it's not a live, like a series?
No, it's a documentary about the show.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm totally going to watch that.
That's views or snooze.
Thank you. Now we will do our staff picks. Is everybody ready to do their staff picks? Go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a Culver's next to the movie theater that when I saw the Dylan movie. And so I went through the drive-thru and I got one of these Culver's Andes Mint Avalanche.
Yes.
Yeah. It's amazing, right?
Oh, my God. It was so fucking good. It's got big chunks of those Andes mints.
Mm-hmm. It's incredible.
I was telling the guys before we started, do you guys remember that show that came out in 2020 called The Head? It was kind of like...
We all watched season 1.
Yeah.
I don't know why we never heard about the rest of it.
And then there's a season... Yeah, I found out there was a season 2 in 2022 that we completely missed. And they just started this week, the first episode of season 3.
Dude, really?
Yeah.
So I don't know how we missed that. In 5 years, we completely missed this that we all watched. But I started watching that. It's good. It picks right up where it ended with the helicopter leaving. And we got the kids a new game system because we hadn't bought one in a long time. And they were like, hey, we want to play some games. And we can't play any of the new games on this ancient Nintendo you have. So we bought a Xbox Series X, and I started playing Arma Reforger. And it's I'm sure there's some guys out there that play this because this is the game now that all those dude guys that play video games and pretend they're in the military.
The game bras.
Yeah, this is their game. So I started playing it. I can see why they like it. It's fun for people, and also it seems like there's a lot of like real military people on there that like use this as a PTSD relief kind of thing. Yeah. So it's fun.
Mine is it's the documentary. It's called Lala. It's the story of Lollapalooza.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Paramount Plus. It's a 3-part documentary, and it's great. I loved it.
Do they show Eddie Vedder getting me kicked out of Lollapalooza?
They did not show that. They also did not show me tripping on acid at the one in 97. And me and Trina, as a matter of fact, we lost our weed in the bathroom, so there was no way of us coming down. So we were just like lit through the whole thing. We met a guy. We thought he was Jesus. He told us he was Jesus. We started like following him and became his disciples. It was a crazy time. But yeah, they didn't have that on there either.
Why did you get kicked out of Lollapalooza, Jeff?
Eddie, where we went and saw it is in like North Carolina or something.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let people in the aisles dance or anything.
Right.
And Eddie Vedder was like encouraging everybody to get into the aisles. And so they had these barricades up, and so we like rushed the barricades, and the security guards were pushing the barricades towards us, and the whole crowd was pulling the barricades. So I went pull or whatever. I would do the opposite of whatever we were doing, so that we would be going the same direction that the guards were going.
Right.
Knock the barricade over, and we did that, and I got trampled and lost my shoe.
Oh,
and they escorted me out.
Came off.
Eddie Vedder was like, "Let him stay, let him stay."
And they didn't?
Nope. They kicked me out. I just walked around and went right back in, though.
Oh, good.
The hell? Well, if you're a Gen Xer, you'll love this documentary.
Right on.
It takes you right back.
The thing that I'm talking about premieres on the 8th of January. It is called Dark Side of the Cage on Vice TV. They're moving on from wrestling, it seems, and now covering MMA. And the first episode is all about Kimbo Slice.
Oh, of course, Kimbo.
Well, I met him one time. He was a nice fella, that Kimbo Slice. And they're going to talk about Ronda Rousey, all these different people that are involved in that.
And this is back when you could only find it. You could only watch it on a VHS tape
or pay-per-view. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, if you'd like to become a supporter of this here podcast, you can go to patreon.com/Tim Andrews, where you can sign up at any level. And at that any level, you'll get access to our weekly Patreon-only show, Radios in the Dark. Yeah, you could sign up and get access to that. It comes out every Wednesday, and you can be a part of that. You can also join up as a producer. When you sign up as an executive producer, you get a T-shirt, a personalized drawing from me, and a credit because you are producing. You're the money guy. You're like the guy in Boogie Nights with the glasses who beats up the prostitute, and then they have to. Remember that scene with the old guy?
Oh yeah.
May I see it, please? That guy. You're that guy. But, there's nothing to see here, as they say. Anyway, so thank you to our $25 a month producers, our executive producers, John Allen, Matt Carter, Chris Chandler, Mike D, Jim Fortner, Terry Fuller, Roby Neely, Jeff Peterson, Tim Slayton, and Brian and DJ Chelsea Smith. And I do want to say, John Allen, I ordered the shirt from our T-shirt store, and it took a month, and they said that they had shipped it, and he said he never got it. So we got to look into that.
Oh, okay.
And Dustin will look into that, John, and We'll get back to you. But he did get all of his drawings. I did sent him a whole bunch of drawings. All right, and you could really help us out if you're watching this on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and share. I don't care if you turn on the notification unless that helps. But like, subscribe, comment. We love to read your comments. Give us advice, ideas, where you like to eat, what your favorite sexual position is. You can leave that out.
No, I want to know.
Mine is reverse missionary.
Oh, really?
I don't even know what that is. But anyway,
Mine is Blumpkin.
You do have a big toilet at your
Receiving. I like receiving.
Yeah.
In the form of a Blumpkin.
And on that note, everybody have a wonderful 2025. and come back next week for season 10, episode 2 of Radio Labyrinth. Until that time, please remember to
keep it canon.
Stay out of the fog.
Well, they say all good things come to an end.
What's that got to do with this show?
Lost in the radio.